Hi everybody, welcome to another exciting stream on Motag Gaming 14. Time for more space adventure. So last we left off, we finished up the Snow Planets plot line and we're going from there. Yeah, at least for the first couple objectives, once you're kind of given free roam to explore space, there's really no point A to B to C. It's just like A to B in what order you do, like 1, 2, 3, etc. in that order. I mean, it matters to a certain extent. Like, you're not required to do it in a certain order, but, like, let's just say you might get walled if you try to do a harder section earlier, but you technically can if you want to. So, yeah, we just finished up with that planet, so I was pretty much starting to decide where to go next, and that's where I left off. Yeah, and the nice part is once you complete a planet's objective, they just return you to the ship. You don't have to backtrack that entire way. Alright, let's see what's up with the journal. Alright, so we got a side quest. We're gonna go to the Hades Gamma Cluster. The brother went to the Strenus system. Asked you to find something in the Sparta system. Almost gotta write down all these, just being where's the places we should go in question? Yeah, I'm just gonna write, just in case we end up tackling multiple today, in case that ended up being a longer one last time. Because there's several places. Alright. Strenus. Sparta. Alright, they went to Newton. And then the Attican Beta Cluster. Alright, so it looks like we got at least 4 places we can go to that involve actual plot or side quests. Alright, so that's the Attican Beta Cluster.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander Shepard, my name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
Alright, so she's got a quest for us eventually.
Message coming in from the brass at Arcturus. Patching it through.
Normandy, Admiral Hackett here. We're getting reports of a marked increase in Geth activity in the Skyllian Verge. Surveillance drones have identified Geth outposts on 4 different planets in the Armstrong cluster. We need someone to take them out.
We have any idea what they're after?
Hard to say. They may be just gathering intel on us. Or maybe they're setting up staging grounds for hit-and-run attacks on human colonies.
I'm on it, Admiral.
Finding Saren is still your top priority. But you've got experience fighting the Geth. You're the logical choice to take out these outposts. We're transmitting all the locations of known Geth outposts in the Armstrong cluster to the Normandy now. Admiral Hackett out.
Woo! Anti-Tar is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of ammonia. Hydrocarbons in the atmosphere lend it to in a distinct brown tint. Okay, so some planets you just observe, you don't actually go there. Traylon's a lifeless rock with a trace atmosphere of xenon and krypton. Its surface contains large amounts of iron and magnesium silicates. Due to heavily cratered terrain, starships are discouraged from landing. A Salaran religious cult claims that a certain pattern of overlapping craters in the southern hemisphere resembles their goddess. Yunthorl. Shrouded by a thick atmosphere of complex hydrocarbons, Yunthorl has never been fully mapped. The surface is hot and completely covered by a global ocean of liquid hydrocarbons. There's indications of a primitive organic life developing deep within the global ocean. Medallion recovered. Your scan uncovered an ancient deep space probe slowly orbiting the planet. Tali brought it on board, dismantled it, and found a League of One medallion hidden in its payload. Warning, cold level hazard 1. Zalwyn has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. The surface is frozen and mainly composed of cobalt with deposits of copper. Planetside conditions are hazardous with constant ice storms wrecking the surface. A standard hydrogen-helium gas giant, Thessagon's atmosphere is tinted blue by trace quantities of methane. Maran is an icy planetoid smaller than Earth's moon. Many planetary geologists suspect it was once an Oort cloud ice dwarf which migrated inwards after an encounter with some other body. While the crust is frozen water ice, deep layers are mostly silicates with pockets of magnesium and aluminum. Marana's tidally locked to Pax, the same side always faces the sun. Sfogrog is a small but typical hydrogen and helium gas giant whose orbit lies quite close to the star. It's unusual for a star with a close observing gas giant to have a habitable world. Sfogrog is Pax's only gas giant, but its temperature, powerful winds, and high orbital velocity makes it a poor candidate for helium-3 mining. While Noveria enjoys plentiful deuterium for its fusion plants, its import of all its helium-3 from out system. Velis is a thin atmosphere of xenon and krypton. Most other materials have frozen and fallen to snow. Its surface is composed of potassium with deposits of magnesium. While investigating the primitive anaerobic life of Velis, binary helix survey teams discovered a cunningly hidden anchorage of the ancient Krogan warlord Moro. Many records and artifacts of the Krogan rebellions were recovered and sold at an auction. The empty base is now abandoned. Matriarch's writings recovered. Scan of the planet Veles revealed a small abandoned vessel. Your salvage team brought out the ship on board and dismantled it, whereupon they discovered one of Matriarch Dilinaga's writings. Okay, and this is the planet we were at. Alright, so that's everything in Horsehead. And there's Eden Prime. Zion is a hydrogen-helium gas giant even larger than Jupiter. Despite its deep gravity welling and lethal radiation, it supports a small helium-3 mining industry. The reason is simple: as the only gas giant in the Utopia system, it's the only local source of fuel for Eden Prime's power stations and spaceports. Zion has 112 satellites, ranging from captured asteroids to the moon of Asphodel, which is large enough to retain a thick atmosphere. An unusually large terrestrial world, Arcadia has a dense atmosphere comprised of nitrogen and helium. Its scorching hot surface is mainly composed of alkaline basalts, but metal deposits are plentiful. Though several spectacular examples of columnar basalt formation offer scenic beauty, Arcadia's hostile environment has precluded commercial development. Nirvana is a trace atmosphere of xenon and krypton. The surface is a mix of water ice and iron oxides, while cryovolcanic plumes of potassium concentrated around the equatorial ridge. Nirvana is little of commercial or scientific interest. Though a few geological research stations were constructed in the early 2160s, all have been shut down for years. The Alliance maintains an automated ice cracking station which has quietly stockpiled a large amount of deuterium fuel for use by the fleet. Xanadu's atmosphere is comprised of methane and argon. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of potassium with deposits of calcium. Its location in the deep cold of the outer system and its lack of any valuable resources leaves little to recommend it. Then we've got Eden Prime itself. This idyllic Agarian world was one of the first human colonies established beyond the Charon mass relay. Eden Prime's biosphere is unusually well suited for importation of Earth native life. This fertility drew heavy immigration and development by the Systems Alliance and various corporations. Today, Eden Prime is a model of sustainable, organized development. The population has housed space-to-fishing archaeologies that tower over thousands of kilometers of green fields and orchards. Alright, that's everything in the Exodus cluster. Whee! Sib is a standard Neptune-type gas giant. The upper cloud decks of its hydrogen-helium atmosphere tinted a dramatic blue by traces of methane. Gas deposits surveyed. Scans from orbit have detected a large concentration of helium-3. Varmalis is a thick atmosphere of nitrogen and helium. Its surface is scorching hot and mainly comprised of alumina with deposits of borax. The planet has an extensive network of subterranean caves formed over the millennia by volcanic processes. In these relatively cool areas, some primitive life has developed. Canrum is a small rocky world with a trace atmosphere of methane and krypton. The surface is mainly comprised of magnesium and silicates with deposits of carbon. Canrum is the site of the warlord Shirogur's defeat by Turian peacekeeper forces during the Krogan rebellions. While the band was not especially powerful, Shirogar was a female warlord, and some of the few remaining fertile females at that. She had, through viciousness and cunning, parlayed her unique value in a position of power. Krogan males competed for the right to join her band and lie with her. While Shirogar's death was announced, vengeful male Krogan admirers near and far swore blood oaths against the participating Turian crews. In the end, several thousand of the Turian participants were killed in open combat or through assassination. To this day, many Krogan proudly proclaim they have the blood of Shiragur. Turian insignia recovered. Scans of the planet Canrum revealed dangerous levels of radiation coming from orbit. Chief Engineer Adams conducted further scans and discovered the remains of an ancient warhead marked with the Parthian colony insignia.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
General distress call. Sacred Angel medical transport. Critical system failure. Losing power. Emergency landing. Argos. Communications failing. Life support and emergency transponder. Won't last. Please hurry.
Alright, so looks like we can go to that planet. Theryar is a large gas giant with traces of chlorine and sodium in its atmosphere. It also has a significant amount of water vapor in the clouds of its upper atmosphere. Theryar was struck by an asteroid at least 12 kilometers in diameter within the last 100 years. The superheating caused by the impactor's atmosphere passage created a large bank of vicious storms across the equatorial band. Alright, then we'll just briefly exit the ship to save, because I know we got several things from just exploring space. And then we'll go save those people. Warning, level 2 heat hazard. Metgos is a large terrestrial planet with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Its hot surface is mainly comprised of nickels with deposits of potassium and heavy metals. It's a mineralogical treasure trove with concentrated heavy elements constantly being brought to the surface by volcanic activity. Metgos is inhospitable and dangerous, and expeditions must be well prepared to survive any length of time. With its high mass, heat-trapping clouds, and constant volcanic venting, Metgos seems well on its way to becoming a Venusian pressure cooker world. Medal of Exploration. Alright, let's see what the map looks like. Turian insignia recovered. While searching the wreckage, you found a very old letter stamped with the Gothis colony insignia. Unfortunately, the text is indecipherable. Alright, so yeah, that's just what it is. There's 3 points of interest on the map for what it looks like. On the road again. Wee! We're going down the mountain. Just love the physics on this, it's so funny. Yeah, I'm definitely more inclined to take this thing out when I'm not being shot at every 2 seconds. Whee! A thorium deposit. Rare elements surveyed. You successfully surveyed a large deposit of thorium.
Looks like the signal's coming from that wreckage.
Careful, Commander. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Something tells me I should save.
Geth, it's a trap.
Oh yeah, oh gosh. We're surrounded. Everyone out of the vehicle. And we're dead.
Geth, it's a trap.
You know, just run him over. This feels like jousting. Do 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 do. And they're dead.
Moving out.
Wee. Shepard, will you stop firing the gun off? No. We have infinite bullets, why not? Yeah, I think we pretty much discovered everything on that planet. Back to the ship. Alright, another planet we can go to. Toontown is an enormous low-density terrestrial planet with a thick atmosphere of methane and helium. Despite being nearly 20 AU from Phoenix, the star's great heat and insulating thickness of the atmosphere makes the surface surprisingly temperate. The crust is composed of and mainly comprised of sodium and silicon dioxide, with deposits of various light metals. While Toontown is not habitable, the relative pleasantness of the surface conditions make it a popular location for small ships traveling through the Argus Rho cluster to land for drive discharge. Alright, so I'm just going to explore the rest of this section and then we'll head to that planet. Padashi is a sun-blasted terrestrial world whose atmosphere was blasted away millennia ago by the star Phoenix. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of iron with deposits of tin. Due to its relatively low density, Padashi is tidally locked to Phoenix. See that word in a while. Sees a molten light metal covers much of the sunward side. Rare elements surveyed. While scanning the planet, you detected a deposit of samarium. Verbanok is a small terrestrial world with a thin atmosphere of krypton and xenon. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of carbonaceous material, water ice, and low-density silicates. Rare but concentrated loads of light metals have been deposited by asteroid impacts. One hemisphere of Verbanok is covered by surface deposits of oxidized copper. Approximately 270 years ago, a Turian bulk gas transport was attacked by pirates in the Phoenix system. Damaged, it made a rough landing on Verbanok. The heat of the landing melted significant quantities of surface ice and ruptured shipping containers spilled locks across the surface. Before this evaporated and escaped Verbanok's weak gravity, it reacted to cause this widespread rust. Light metal surveyed. Scans from orbit have detected a deposit of cobalt. Sil Salto is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant. It has no remarkable features. Alright, then I'll go briefly save at the ship, and then off to the races to the next explorable planet. Off to Toontown. Alright, let's see. So we got 3 points of interest on this planet. On the road again. Pew 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 pew. Oh, we got bogeys. Oh, we found pirates.
Area secure.
Ooh, we found a building. With a lot of bogeys. Time to go fight space pirates. Yippee!
Enemy is everywhere!
Ah, the lines. They said the thing. Jeez. So many explosions.
Go, go, go! Enemy is everywhere!
Enemies everywhere!
Enemy is everywhere! Enemy is everywhere! Go, go, go!
Oh, shoot! Haha, time to do this play solo! Yippee! Ah, darn it. Yippee! Unlocks hacking. I might have to come back here later then. Back of the vehicle. Beep, beep, beep. Welcome on into planet exploration. We just raided a pirate base and killed the enemies and enemies everywhere. Fortunately, our decryption skill was too low, so we're coming back later once we get that higher. We had to get some valuable data, and we unfortunately can't do it right now. Majima's like, no, I hid my crap way better than those schmucks. I'm somewhere in the Citadel and you'll never find me. Commander, we get it, you like Christmas! Jeez! Stop playing Jingle Bells with the gun! Ooh, a pyramid! Matriarch's writings recovered. You found one of Matriarch Deely Naga's writings on this body. It's possible the writings came from the nearby ruins. Can this thing climb a mountain? We'll find out. POV camera. This is how I kill time going across the maps. Well, especially when you have unlimited ammo, there's no consequences. Heavy metal surveyed. You successfully surveyed a large deposit of mercury. Alright, then that's all we can do for now, because can't decrypt that thing in the Pirates Bay yet, so back to the Normandy. Alright, next, Gemini Sigma. Alta Norge is a small but typical hydrogen-helium gas giant with no outstanding features. Its combination of strong magnetic field and relatively shallow gravity will make it a popular stopover world for discharging FTL drive cores. Medallion recovered. Scanning the planet revealed something of interest in a debris field. Joker brought the Normandy in close, and a small team was able to retrieve some valuable detritus, including a League of One medallion. Perig is a large rock planet with an atmosphere comprised of nitrogen and argon. Despite lying over 600 AU from Ming, its surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of alumina with deposits of silver. Due to the radiation and heat, landing on Parag's sunward side with anything less than warship-grade shielding will likely be fatal. Parag rotates at a retrograde to the rest of the Ming system, indicating it was likely a captured body. Light metal surveyed. Scans from the planet revealed a large deposit of titanium. Anti-Roperus is a hydrogen-helium gas giant that formed in the outer regions of Ming's system and is in the process of migrating inwards. In a few million years, the planet's atmosphere will begin to boil away into space. There's a sizable temperature difference between the side of Antiropus facing the energetic blue giant primary and the side facing the cold of deep space. The variance powers massive cyclonic wind systems. The intense heat it absorbs from the sun, in addition to its own internal heat engine, causes the planet's dark side to radiate faintly in the infrared. The NSV Worthington. The Worthington is a Kowloon class modular conveyor of human design, configured for mixed freight and passenger hauling. The ship appears to be in a shutdown state, the main thrusters are cold, and it's adrift off in the orbit of Antiropus. Registry the Morrison Company, Shanxi. Onwards!
Empty.
Most of the systems are shut down. It's just running on basic life support.
Hear that? We're not alone. That was no accident. The whole place could be a trap.
Jacob's not going to make it. His brain was deprived of oxygen for too long. There's nothing any of us can do for him now except let him die with dignity. It's what he would want. I'm more worried about Julia now. She's showing signs of severe depression. I gave her some meds that should help, but I better warn the captain.
That machine's keeping him alive.
I'm not seeing any brain activity on the readouts. He's dead. This body is just an empty shell.
Leave him alone until we know more about what's going on here.
You're right. Better to just leave him be for now.
Jacob is showing no signs of brain activity. There's nothing more we can do for him. He wouldn't want to be kept alive by machines, so we're going to disconnect the life support. Dr. Smith is worried about Julia's reaction, though. She can't seem to let Jacob go. The stress is making her implants flare up, causing intense migraines. It'll probably be easier for everyone if we don't tell her until after we shut the life support down. Give her a chance to... Julia, what are you doing here? Why are you...
Oh boy, where's Julia? Ha 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 ha. Get my gun out.
They say Jacob's gone. They say his brain isn't functioning anymore, and they want to shut off his machines. But Jacob's the only thing in the world that matters to me. I don't know how to help him, and it's tearing me up inside. I just feel so helpless, so damn angry. Dr. Smith gave me some meds to calm down, but I didn't take them. I can't. Not until I figure out a way to help Jacob. I won't give up on him. I won't!
Yeah, there's Julia. Dog of War.
All clear.
You did the right thing, Shepard. You did the right thing, Shepard.
Alright, let's see where we're going next. Next to Artemis Tau. Alright, so that's a planet we can land on. Farjalus is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with an abundance of airborne hydrocarbons. Gas deposits surveyed. Scans from orbit have detected a large concentration of xenon. Patavig is the second of the Macedon system's giant terrestrial planets and by far the more interesting. Most of the surface is covered by a vast sea of liquid ammonia in which a unique aquatic ammonia-based biosphere is developed. While the frozen continents are largely bereft of life, a rich bounty of complex complex organisms, many larger than a human, flourish in the chilly, toxic seas. While dreadfully inhospitable to humans, Podovig is suitable for colonization by the Volus. Negotiations between the Systems Alliance and the Volus patrons, the Turian hierarchy, have made good progress. Portalin is an enormous terrestrial planet again the size of Earth. Despite its thick atmosphere, the weak output of the red dwarf Macedon leaves its surface biting cold. The crust is mainly composed of silica, but significant deposits of iron and other industrial metals are present. These lodes may prove rich enough to be profitably mined despite the heavy gravity. Matriarch's writings recovered. You were scanning the planet when a strange signal came from orbit. Navigator Presley determined the signal was from an ancient beacon. Your salvage team brought the beacon aboard and found one of the Matriarch's writings in the storage compartment. So, Shargila has a very dense atmosphere of ammonia and oxygen. Its temperature surface is mainly composed of alumina with deposits of sulfur. Comm buoys in the system have recently logged a number of unregistered vessels operating nearby. Shargila has an extensive silicon-based oxygen-breathing ecology. Heavily populated areas are covered with fine silica, silicon dioxide dust, the respiratory byproduct of the world's higher animal forms. High-speed surface winds, often laden with abrasive silica dust, present a hazard. In areas where the wind deposits a great deal of silica, footing can be treacherous. EVAs are discouraged. Oh, we got bogeys. Lots of bogeys. A whole mountain of bogeys. Oh, more pirates.
We're taking damage. We're taking damage. Taking hits. We're taking damage. We're hit.
Because I get out of the ship.
Target in sight.
Into the building.
Not now, Shepard.
Not now, Shepard.
Can't lock on.
Oh, there's a second floor. You discover evidence that the Asari leading the slavers in Nasanda Dantius, an important ambassador in the Citadel, are sisters. You should return to the Presidium and confront Nasanda with this. Download evidence. Time to return to our smoldering rover. It's probably safe. Probably. Allegedly. I don't make any promises. It could explode at any moment. We'll find out. Whee! You successfully surveyed a large deposit of thorium. Back in the smoldering ship.
Redeploy.
Matriarch's writings recovered. It's not clear who lived here, but it appears to have been abandoned for some time. The container in the tent held, among other things, one of the Matriarch's writings. Alright, that's everything on this planet. Back to the Normandy. Distant Pharos is only a cursory examination by an unmanned probe. It is a trace atmosphere of nitrogen and argon. Its surface is mainly composed of tin with deposits of carbon. Deeper craters have been partially filled by ice, suggesting there might have been a significant amount of water locked up beneath its frozen surface. A large ice-bright crater in the southern hemisphere makes the planet visible from the inner system, leading to the planet's name. Turian insignia recovered. Scans of the planet revealed an abandoned base on its moon. The recon team found nothing of interest, but much of the debris was marked with the Magna Colony insignia. Traces of sodium in the atmosphere give Nausicaa its overall dark gray color, but it's otherwise a typical hydrogen-helium gas giant. An abundance of water vapor in the upper atmosphere account for its white clouds. The geological properties of Salamis have been scanned from orbit, but little else is known about it. Due to its thick carbon dioxide atmosphere and proximity to the energetic star Athens, the equatorial daytime temperatures have been known to turn the surface molten. The crust is composed of iron with deposits of platinum group metals. Circe is a modestly sized hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of sulfur and chlorine. This gives it its striking yellow-green tint. As the development of the Proteus colony continues, Circe will likely be developed for helium-3 mining. Gas deposits surveyed. You detected a large concentration of helium-3. Like the Hanner homeworld, Proteus has more than 90% oceanic cover. The incredible heat thrown from Athens raises global humidity to 100%, creates constant cloud cover, and powers colossal typhoons that rage across the surface year-round. Hot, humid, and storm-wrecked, Proteus's rare combination of oxygen, nitrogen, atmosphere, and carbon-based biosphere nevertheless recommended for colonization. a pilot program studying the possibility of colonies below the ocean's surface safe from the worst effects of the weather. Proteus is a large amount of free oxygen. A small hydrogen-helium gas giant, Arachnes has been developed as a full-featured, if modest, stopover for ships hauling refined materials from Therum. In addition to a powerful magnetic field to dump drive charge, Arcanus is a largely automated infrastructure of helium-3 refining and deuterium mining on its many water-ice moons. Scans of this gas giant have detected a large concentration of nitrogen. Zakros is a terrestrial world with a nitrogen-methane atmosphere containing trace amounts of hydrocarbons. Its frigid surface is mainly composed of water ice and hydrocarbon slush. Most of the surface is not solid enough to support the full weight of a landed ship. If approach is necessary, use shuttles or keep the ship's mass effective. Hey, roll credits. Alright, so Therum looks like there's a place to land. Fastios is a small terrestrial with a trace atmosphere of carbon dioxide and xenon. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of sulfur and various silicates. There's little interest on this desolate world. Armeni is a terrestrial world with an unusually thin atmosphere of krypton and xenon. The surface is composed of silica with deposits of carbonaceous materials. The initial flyby probe of Armeni detected multiple areas of the equator with oddly regular surface protrusions. Closer investigation revealed these as millions of elaborate crypts a few meters below the surface, left by a long-extinct spacefaring species called the Zeoph. Many human universities wish to perform archaeological excavations. Council law holds grave sites as sacrosanct, however, and the matter has been tied up in a court for a decade. Metal-rich asteroid. Scans of this large asteroid have revealed several deposits of platinum. Therum is a distant but rich industrial world claimed by the Human Systems Alliance. Its plentiful heavy metals have fueled the recent manufacturing boom on Earth. Core samples rich with the fossils of simple silicon-based organisms indicate Therum was more habitable in the past than it is at present. Perhaps this explains the many Prothean ruins dotting the surface, most of which have been looted by mining corporations. Population 34,000. Time to land! Oh yeah, this is definitely a much larger planet.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
That's not ominous. Oh, we got bogeys. Yep, the Geth are here.
All targets down.
Only a fool punches a knapsack in the mouth. We should sneak around and pull its tail.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Enemy contact.
But we gotta level up. Suckers! Oh, I see. That's only the halfway point.
I'm on my way.
Activate the gates! Okay, you're forced on foot. Alright. Thanks for the resub. Enjoy the emotes for another month.
ruin, after it was built.
Into the elevator!
Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
We hear you.
Are you okay? What happened to you?
Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
How did you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth, beyond the veil! I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please!
Any suggestions on how we can help?
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier. How did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
We blasted through with the mining laser.
Of course. Yes, that makes sense. Please, get me out of here before more Geth arrive. That button over there should shut down this containment field.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Sam's
About that.
looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister!
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
He needs to move faster.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
It's like I will haunt him from beyond the grave. And I'm gonna take his catheter. No!
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
What do you want?
Is there a reason you're in my way?
The same reason you're here. The Asari. Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
I'm not giving her up.
She'll stay with us, thanks.
Not an option. Saren wants her, and he always gets what he wants. Kill her. Spare the Asari if you can. If not, doesn't matter.
Get him! Holy moly! Everybody book it!
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds, we would have been
Search and rescue.
sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
Well, he saved us.
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
50 years?
Just how old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours, but among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
What did you learn?
Did your research turn up anything interesting?
What is interesting is what I did not turn up. There is remarkably little archaeological evidence of the Protheans, and even less that might explain why they disappeared. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
How do you know this?
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
Who came before them?
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines, the Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of... How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions? Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
This isn't helping us find Saren, or the conduit.
Of course, you are right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Welcome aboard!
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate, or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
That's all for now.
Go see the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
She wants to help us.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Theron to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her.
Or maybe she's already dead. Because we might have gone slightly out of order.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
Commander, do you have a minute?
I'm listening.
Always make time for my officers.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
I hear you.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. I mean, it's funny, we finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the view. Or the dangers.
Well, well. You're a romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, you know, for justice. Maybe I was a romantic in the beginning, but I thought about it after brain camp. Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element zero in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Then you must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
Geese.
Yeah, we'd sit around and bull every night after dinner, play cards or network games. There was this girl named Rana, who had a little circle grow up around her. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich. But she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful, but not stuck up about it. Like you, I guess. Ma'am.
He's like, are you coming on to me, Lieutenant?
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't
That's
alone.
true. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Time to get physical? Does that mean what I think it does? Oh gosh.
Then you must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
There was this... she... like you, I guess. Ma'am?
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training, you know.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The Grand Gateway to Humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
We have to depend on each other in combat. I like knowing what kind of man I have at my back.
I understand, ma'am. I won't let you down. You, make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
No, I don't. We'll talk again later.
I'll need some time to process that, Commander. But, yeah, I'd like that.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would've if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. Couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not we're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was hoping to get a minute of your time off the record.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vakarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
How do you get from relying on ourselves to mistreating our allies?
I don't mean we should mistreat them, Commander. I just think we should be prepared to go it without them. As noble as the Council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
I don't see that as inevitable.
Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
It doesn't sound like you've worked with aliens before.
No, ma'am. Mainly I've been groundside, part of the surface garrison forces. I did get a rotation on a space station for training. Every Marine a rifleman, every rifleman ZG certified.
That's odd. Your record is spotless and your technical scores are exemplary. You should be serving with the fleet.
Anyway, that's why I haven't served with many aliens, Commander.
I never knew my family. Grew up an orphan on Earth. Anybody in your family I'd have heard of?
Couldn't say, Commander. So why are you out here? Just trying to get away from Earth?
No. The future of humanity is out here. There's so much we haven't seen yet.
Yeah. I still remember my first field exercise on Titan. When we hit mud, the reality hit me. I'm the first person who ever stood here. Then my drill instructor kicked me in the ass. I went face first into the muck. He spent the next 5 minutes chewing me out for gold bricking.
Don't tell me you had Gunny Ellison. He's the only one who uses that word to describe shirking duty.
Oh, Lord. You went to the Makapog boot camp, too? Yeah. Gunny Ellison's still reaming out recruits down there. Kicking ass and using words like inveigle and pusillanimous.
All right, I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're gonna have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
Thanks.
You never know, Commander.
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably... He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a C-Sec man to the bone. Do things right, or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, C-Sec's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
You're a quick learner, Garrus. We'll beat him at his own game. It's the only way to stop someone like him.
I'm right behind you, Commander.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me. Especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have till it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil...
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
Alright, back into space.
We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
I'll take it in the comm room.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
What kind of information?
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Commander, urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
What do you need, Admiral?
There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live fire simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
Are you telling me this computer is thinking on its own?
We're not stupid, Shepard. This is a virtual intelligence, not a true AI. It's not self-aware, and it can't access any external systems. We didn't do anything illegal here. Virtual intelligence support is critical to our military success. VIs process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core and manually disable it.
Can't you disable it remotely?
Our failsafes aren't responding. The VI operates on a closed network. It can affect any external systems, but we don't have any direct access to its processes. We could bomb it from orbit, but the damage to the facility would be catastrophic. We'd prefer to have someone shut down the core. Someone like you. I know Spectres answer the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military, and right now we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Okay, so yeah, this is a new area. Antamalka is a large hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of chlorine and sulfur in the atmosphere. Its massive gravity wall tugs many asteroids from the outer belt inwards past the orbit of Altaia and Exodus and eventually settle into the inner belt. Antamalka's orbit is congested with hundreds of captured moons. Most last only a few thousand years before being ejected, dragged down in the atmosphere, ripped apart by tidal forces, and added to the gas giant's immense rings. Attempting to navigate this chaotic environment is hazardous at best. Ships without military-grade kinetic barriers are likely to suffer catastrophic impacts. You discovered something! Yippee! Altaia is an unusually large terrestrial world with a trace atmosphere of methane and ammonia. The surface is frozen and mainly composed of sandstone and other sedimentary rocks with deposits of iron and chlorides. Judging by the sedimentary composition of the crust, it appears that Altaia once possessed an atmosphere thick enough to support some form of liquid. What cataclysm stripped the atmosphere and left the planet to freeze is not currently known. Tremarin is a dwarf planet composed of light magnesium silicates with deposits of aluminum. Its surface is covered by wide swaths of ancient dark basaltic lava, possibly indicating the world was created through an impact with some other body in the system. Tremarin's magnetic field is non-existent. This makes it impossible for ships to dump drive charge from orbit. That said, Tremarin's minuscule gravity allows even cruiser-sized vessels to land safely for direct grounding. Small distant Alsages is a small terrestrial with a trace atmosphere of methane and argon. The surface is composed of water ice and calcium with occasional deposits of light metals. During the Alliance's pirate suppression campaign in the 2160s, the Batarian Elum Ranparad was caught with his frigid Tunaron grounded on Alsages for drive discharge. When challenged by the cruiser Hyderabad, Ranparad refused to surrender. The Tunaron was destroyed attempting to take off. The debris is strewn across the southern hemisphere. You got plutonium. Aeolus is a terrestrial planet with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Aeolus's surface is covered by wide deserts of silicate sand with only a few areas of igneous rock highlands to break the abrasive dust-choked wind. Its orbit is congested with debris thrown inwards by the gravity of the gas giant Antamalka. Due to a high rate of meteor impacts, exploration is highly dangerous. We're going anyway! Adventure! Yeah! Alright, so yeah, now Liari is a official party member. So yeah, now we've got the entire squad of 7. Onwards! Running in the 2160s or whatever decade this is. Yeah, that is a lot of meteors. Oh my, what the frick? Is that a giant? It's a giant sandworm. Holy shit. Holy shit. It's a giant Alaskan bullworm. Bail immediately. Ah, shoot. Did not expect to get accosted by a giant sandworm. Welcome to Dune. Slash Oblivious, slash Sylvala from Xeno X. Yeah, let's start by going to the other 2 locations first, because I know the last location we're gonna get accosted by a giant sandworm. You got lithium. Alright, so I have to have a higher electronics level for what it looks like. Oh well. ID tag recovered. You found Captain Millen's identification tag. How it ended up here is impossible to know for sure. Alright, time to go find the giant-ass sandworm. Yippee! Yeehaw! Fred and sad. I've seen too many Deltarune memes. Alright, before we fight the sandworm, save. Whoa! Holy moly! Oh, shoot, there it is. Holy shit! Commander, I'm pooping myself! Oh, I can just kill you by dive by... God, darn it. Rats. Oh yeah, 2 hits and the thing goes down, jeez. Ah, no! You'll never take me alive, you stupid sandworm! Run, run, run! Run! Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, shit! No, 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 no. Haha, let's go! Suck it, you stupid sandworm!
Heading out.
Victory! Commander Shepard 1, Giant Sandworm 0.
Soldiers. Looks like they were lured here by the distress beacon.
Looks like these men were under Admiral Holmes' command. He'd want to know what happened here.
They were lured here to their deaths. Unfortunately. Alright. Back to the Normandy. Alright, that looks like that's everything in Artemis Tau. In space! Yes, I don't know if you were here for the last couple minutes, but we fought a giant sandworm and won! It was a trip. Like, the thing was massive. We're talking like the ones you see in Oblivia / Sylvalum and Xeno X. It was nuts. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep track of where I haven't gone yet. Alright, so we're just in Artemis Tau, so that basically leaves that entire section up there. So let's go to the Voyager cluster next. Which is just made up of Amazon from what it looks like.
Commander, incoming signal from 5th Fleet HQ on the Citadel.
Commander Shepard, something uncomfortable has just come up. In the first
What, you gotta take a
war,
poo?
we fired a lot of espionage probes into Turian space. We just received a mission complete burst from one of them.
Where's it been in the meantime?
No idea. Lost in transit. These probes were built in a hurry after first contact.
What makes this uncomfortable?
When these probes were launched, we didn't have any idea who we were fighting. We didn't want to risk aliens examining our technology. The probe has a demo nuke built in. A 20-kiloton tactical fusion warhead. About equal to the bomb dropped on Hiroshima back in the 20th. If somebody finds that probe, tampers with it, you don't need me to finish, Commander.
Yeah, that's
I
serious.
understand this must be handled, but
It's like we're
I don't
dealing
have
with
anyone trained
nukes.
to deal with this sort of thing, sir.
I know. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. These probes have been classified for 26 years. The Council will call fusion bomb booby traps dangerous and irresponsible. The Alliance would face censure if they find this probe. I'm asking you because the Normandy can get on site quickly and quietly. It's in the Voyager cluster.
We'll get on it immediately, Admiral, and we'll be discreet.
I appreciate that, Commander. Good luck. Fifth Fleet out.
Alright, so this is the place that we can go in question. So Nendma is the second of the Amazon system's arid superterrestrial worlds. It's considerably less dense than its neighbor Dernuka and is an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of iron-laced silicates with deposits of sulfur. You got polonium. A small rock and ice plant. Welcome on in. Probably just gonna be kind of going over this whole Amazon cluster, going to the next planet, wrapping up, but it's been quite the space adventure. I definitely see why people like this game, and we just fought a giant sandworm and won. Yeah. It was a fierce battle. Didn't realize it could, sneak up from the sand and just insta-kill the ship. It was so funny. A small rock and ice planet, Sibin is an extremely thin atmosphere of hydrogen, sulfide, and ethane. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of magnesium and silicates with deposits of iron. Sibin's crust contains significant deposits of green serpentine, a mineral formed by volcanic activity. This suggests Sibin was a more geologically active world in the distant past. Yeah, I was gonna say it's been going good. Just I kind of briefly. Someday I will, I will press the zoom out button instead of the. Gosh darn it. But yeah, in terms of space exploration, the citadels over there, all the ones below this line that I'm drawing, we've explored. Everything above the line, I haven't touched yet, so about probably roughly halfway done from what it looks like of exploring all these these sub-galaxies. So lots to go still. Actually, did I explore Hades Gamma? Okay, so I guess there's also Hades Gamma. Just gonna check if there's any planets we can go explore in this area. Alright, that's a survey planet. That's a survey planet. Alright, so looks like... Okay, so Trebin is the one we can go explore specifically. So yeah, we'll start out with the Ontuius cluster next time and go from there. $100! Alright, so thanks for tuning into the stream. I was able to get some more progress done in that, and then we will continue that up next week. Then in terms of the schedule for the rest of the week, it'd be continuing Mega Man Battle Network 3 tomorrow. That'll be about it, so let's go find a raid target. Let's go raid Aelita. Now save again. Story of my darn life. Alright, cool. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.